Recording in progress. Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Lancaster IC Board of Trustees Work Session and Governance Workshop. Today's date is Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. The time is 5:34 p.m. This meeting is being held at the Lancaster ISD Administration Board Auditorium at 422 South Center Avenue, Lancaster, Texas, 75146. This meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. I will now call roll to establish a quorum. Ms. Nichols?
Present.
Ms. Morris?
Present.
Mr. Cluis?
Present.
Online, we have Ms. Cortez.
Present.
And Ms. Cortez, we need you on camera, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, currently absent, we have Mr. Jones, Mr. Smith. So at this time, we'll go ahead and get started. Do we have any citizens' communications, Dr. Pereira?
No, ma'am, we do not.
Okay, we'll move on to finance. A, discussion of budget amendment for general operating funds. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call forward Ms. Shaw-Mosley to share that information with our board and our community. Ms. Shaw-Mosley, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, Board President Hamilton, board members, and Dr. Pereira. This evening, I'm presenting the proposed budget amendment for general operating. This proposed budget amendment is for a functional and a revenue budget amendment. This is for the recapture that the district has to pay. Recapture is when a property-rich district has to return the excess local tax revenue to the state for redistribution. And this is where the taxpayers in one community subsidize the district elsewhere, breaking the link between taxation and representation. As our property tax increase, then our recapture grows. This year, our estimated recapture is $1,379,791. And so this is a representation that we will increase the revenue and then increase the expenditures. What the state does is just take the revenue, but we have to show it on the books as expenditure and revenue, and it's a net effect to the budget, the bottom line budget. Any questions?
Any questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, thank you so much. Okay, we'll move on to teaching and learning. A is discussion of the 2026-2027 Lancaster Independent School District academic calendar. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call forward Ms. Tippett to share that information with our board and our community. Ms. Tippett, the floor is yours whenever you're ready.
Thank you.
She'll be standing in for Ms. Bell.
Good evening, Madam Board President, Board of Trustees, Dr. Pereira. I am here tonight to present the proposed district calendar for the 2026-2027 school year. So we did collaborate with different engagement groups. So we built this calendar over time with the LISD calendar huddle team. It was a variety of parents, teachers, administrative staff, and executive leadership and community leaders. So these are the names of some of the people that were a part of our huddle team. I was looking for one of them here. So this is the proposed academic calendar. It still has the student whole days at 175. It shows the first day of school as August 12th, last day of school of May 27th, and then some of the breaks in between. So this would be our regular academic calendar for the 2026-2027 school year. We have two other calendars to present to you tonight. The first one is the ADSE calendar. This calendar is exactly the same as the academic calendar until June. Therefore, only the relevant months are showcased right here in the presentation. So basically with the ADSE calendar, it allows us to receive 3/4 a day ADA funding for our summer school days. It is required to be 25 days after 175 of the regular school days. The additional days are not required for every student nor every campus, and then the student campus selection is determined by the district. It was determined that attendance would suffer if the sessions were taken past the July 4th holiday, so we have it from June 1st until the 2nd of July. We would retain the Labor Day and the Juneteenth holidays, and then there would be 2 Saturdays for enrichment that were added to complete the necessary 25 days. So these may include activities on those days such as field trips. And then the third calendar tonight is the early college calendar. As you know, we have 11th and 12th grade students that attend fully at Cedar Valley College. And therefore, on days that Cedar Valley College is not in session, those students have to come to the high school and kind of sit. They don't have any classes. So we have created an early college calendar. It's only applicable for the 11th and 12th grade students. The 9th and 10th grade students do not attend Cedar Valley College in person. They are on the high school campus, and therefore they will follow the traditional academic calendar. So on this calendar, the purple days that you see blocked are days that the early college students are required to attend classes at Cedar Valley when LISD is out. Dallas College does not have a fall break, therefore those college kids are still going to school during our fall break. For Thanksgiving break, theirs doesn't start until the Thursday, well, till Wednesday, going into Thanksgiving, so they have to go to school for 3 days when we're out. The yellow represents days that the early college students will not be in attendance at the high school. So we have specific Fridays to a month that the students need to come in person to handle early college business, such as scholarships, graduation requirements, those things, testing. But when it's not yellow, they are able to stay at home. Official attendance period for 11th and 12th graders will be the advisory period from 10:40 to 11:25. They have advisory daily, and that is where their official attendance period will be. In order to have this calendar, we have 10 waiver days that we will apply for through TEA. And this is just a side-by-side comparison of the calendar. We have the traditional academic calendar, and then in the middle you see how the early college calendar will look, and then eventually when the P-TECH kids become 11th and 12th graders, how it will look for them going forward, and then the ADSE calendar. So board members, as a member of the team, we are asking for your feedback to the academic calendar, the ADSE calendar, and the early college calendar. So in the presentation, we have a hyperlink for you to click and provide your feedback. And we thank you in advance, and we appreciate your partnership. Do you have any questions?
Thank you so much. Any questions, comments? No. Ms. Morris?
Madam President, my question is to Ms. Tippett, but it's regarding early college. It's something that I received today. I don't know why they sent it after all of these years, but I actually received my official sticker for the alumni for Dallas County College. Do you all do anything with that during the school year, the alumni?
No.
Okay.
No, ma'am, I'm sorry.
All right.
But that's something we could definitely look into doing. I would love to bring my kids back.
It took so long to do
Yes.
it.
Right. Anyone else have anything?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Tippett, for saving me. I'm actually so sorry. My apologies for being tardy this evening. I have a sick daughter, and it's a struggle.
We're finished.
I know. I got the ELC.
Thank you. It's okay, we understand. Okay, we're gonna move on to B, discussion of the 2025-2026 BOY and MOI EOC reset progress. Dr. Pereira?
Thank you, Madam President. Now it is your turn, Ms. Patonia Bell, to come up to the podium. The floor is yours whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Dr. Pereira. Good evening, Madam Board President, distinguished board members, and Dr. Pereira. This evening, I would like to discuss with you our Fall 2026 STAR ELC update. And so I'll start off with our Algebra 1 data. And so as you can see, when you compare our approaches data from 2025, Fall of 2025 to Fall of 2026, we did go up. So that shows much progress on behalf of the teaching and curriculum implementation pieces. It also shows that our Bluebonnet instruction, Bluebonnet math is being effective. With English 1, you can see our approaches out at 40% and then 38% with the fall comparison. And I want you all to think about that's more or less the same. Our denominators are pretty close, and so you can still see that there's moderate progress there as well. With English 2, 37 to 36, and so again, more or less the same there in the English 2 area. Then with biology, we went from 68 to 70%, so we're increasing there. So I like to say that we're a STEM district, and we're showing that through with our math and our science. That's definitely peeking through. And then with U.S. history, we have our 70 to 69, and again, more or less the same. And as you all know, we've been scoring in the 90s with our regular, with our U.S. history during the regular STAR ELC time, so we've always scored there really strongly. So that is it. Overall, I will just tell you that our ELC data markedly is pretty much the same or better from last year in comparison, and so we're doing really good. And that's it for me. Any questions at this time?
Thank you. Board, any questions, comments? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to C, discussion of 2026-2027 instructional material adoption. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call forward Ms. Erica Butler to share that information with our board and our community. Mrs. Butler, the floor is yours when you're ready, madam.
Good evening, President Hamilton, distinguished board members, and Dr. Pereira. This evening, we are seeking your approval for the 2026-2027 instructional material adoption and renewals. In the 88th legislature, House Bill 1605 was passed to establish the SBOE IMRA process. This process is to approve high-quality instructional materials, HQIM, provide SBOE and OER entitlement funding, support parent transparency, provide protections for teacher planning, and new requirements for TEKS review and revision. Linked on your slide is our instructional materials adoption cycle that our district currently uses. To give you an overview, in November, our academic team began the process of reviewing instructional materials. In December, when the SBOE EMRA 25 approval list was released, we selected publishers, and 10 45-minute virtual presentations were conducted. This was with the help of our teacher review committees that consisted of teachers, academic coordinators, instructional specialists, assistant principals, and the director of user support. In January, through campus newsletters, stakeholders were asked to review instructional materials and score publisher products using the HQIM rubrics. In February, the teacher review committee and stakeholder results were presented to instructional leadership and approved for recommendation to the board. If board approved, the adopted materials will go into classrooms for the 26-27 school year. The recommendations for 26-27 instructional materials adoption are listed, and dollar amounts are hyperlinked with quotes. The products are as follows. HQIM, we have K2 Phonics, Curriculum Associates, Texas Magnetic Reading, which is for English Language Arts, and Mosaico for Spanish Language Arts. Our K-12 math products are K-5 Bluebonnet Learning, Math Spanish Adoption, IXL Math Supplemental for Kinder through Pre-Calculus, and McGraw-Hill Miller for Pre-Calculus. SBOE adopted products for 612 Dance, Human Kinetics, with 2 products, Discovering Dance and Experiencing Dance. AP Curriculum, Perfection Learning, EMSCO, AP, World History 2, and CTE Curriculums, Define Learning, which will cover all courses and customized courses, Cengage, My Lady, Cosmetology and Barbering, and ProStart, Foundations of Restaurant Management and Culinary Arts. Instructional material renewals are annually reviewed by our Instructional Services Department for usage, effectiveness, and implementation alignment with the curriculum. These materials consist of curriculum, professional learning services, software, and support services for K-12 at the campus and district levels. It covers all of our core, fine arts, SPED, bilingual, and electives. The instructional material renewals is hyperlinked, including those exceeding $100,000. Financially, the cost has been allocated in the following funding sources: IMTA, SBOE, and OER entitlement funds, local, CTE, Comp Ed, Title, and grant funds for the upcoming school year. For your review, the IMTA, SBOE, and OER entitlement funding amounts and detailed costs are hyperlinked. At this time, I will take any questions.
Thank you. Any questions, comments from the board?
Madam President.
Ms. Morris?
Thank you, ma'am. I want to say thank you so very much for your presentations and all of the presentations, because I had this on my mind to say. So that was goal 1 for us. And so thank you for providing that to us. And Ms. Dana Shaw, she provided us goal 3, good dollars, taxpayers' dollars. Thank you for that. And we also had 3 again, how we are emphasizing. And so thank you all so very much for staying on task with us, helping us stay on task.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And our superintendent, thank you for your leadership, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we'll now move to D, discussion of LISD certification of provision of instructional materials survey. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. Again, Mrs. Butler will share that information with our board and our community. As you are at the podium, whenever you're ready, it's yours.
Good evening, President Hamilton, distinguished board members, and Dr. Pereira. This evening, we are seeking your approval for the 2026-2027 certification of provision of instructional materials survey. Annually, local school districts are required to certify to the State Board of Education, SBOE, and TEA Commissioner that students have access to instructional materials covering 100% of the TEKS. All subjects are required except for physical education. And the document also certifies that they protect against access to obscene and harmful content in compliance with the requirements for certification under the Children Internet Protection Act, including those are related Texas Education Codes and Penal Codes. The Certification 2026-27 survey includes a section for school systems to certify that we meet requirement which is ratified by the board president and the board secretary. You may click the hyperlink on the document to access the pre-work form. I'll take any questions.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Okay. Hearing, Ms. Nichols?
No question.
I thought she had a comment. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we'll now move on to maintenance and operations. A is child nutrition update. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I'll bring forward Dr. James Kimbrough to present that information to our board and our community. Dr. Kimbrough, the floor is yours, sir.
Good evening, Board President Hamilton, Distinguished Board of Trustees, and Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Pereira. I bring you our child nutrition update, and the month that we go back and review is February. And we had 18 serving days during the month of February. We did approximately 80,260 meals. You can see that the participation rate went up. That's because February was a more complete month, that we had more complete school days during that month that the students were here. One thing I do want to share with the board is some of the work we do in child nutrition and just a program review. We have these meetings bi-weekly with the FSMC, with SFE, and one of the first things we do talk about is compliance because we want to make sure that we stay in compliance with TDA. We talk about the overall promotion of the child nutrition program, and that includes our participation rates that we look at. We can see which campuses we need more support. Menu items is a big discussion, and that's from us tasting the food and also going out. If you look on that table, those are actually student surveys that they pull from the schools and going over the students' feedback or what they like and what they don't like. The menu rotates every 3 weeks, so we see something that the students really don't like, we really try to pull that item off the menu or change the recipe. So that is something that is an ongoing process. Sometimes we get things that are pre-made, and we do ask them to change vendors. So that is a little bit of that process that tries to increase our participation rate with our students.
Thank you. Any questions, comments from the board? Okay, thank you. Okay, at this time, Dr. Pereira, is there a need for closed session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so at this time, the board's going to go into closed session. The time is 5:55 p.m. The items for discussion is discussion of personnel updates, discussion of employment and administrative and instructional personnel, discussion of sheriff's sale of real property, Lineberger, Blair and Sampson. D, consult with district attorney on any subject matters authorized by law, including any matters listed on this meeting notice agenda pending or contemplated litigation and proposed settlements. Texas Government Code 551.071, discussion concerning the roles and responsibilities and ethical provisions governing public officer conduct, section 551.074. And F, consider the report from counsel on all pending legal matters. Okay, the board will go in closed session at 5:56 p.m.
Recording stopped.
Team, if you do not have anything after closed session on here, or participating in closed session other than the two who are running the meeting over here to my right, you may exit. The weather's getting bad, so.
The board has returned into open session. The time is 6:22 p.m. Okay. Under board-
Recording in progress.
Okay, the board has returned to open session at 6:22 p.m. We'll now move to board matters. A is the review of the Lone Star Governance Board Tracker for February 26, 2026. This will be moved to the next regular scheduled board meeting. Now we'll move on to B, discussion and board action of order of cancellation of May 2nd, 2026 Board of Trustees election for Lancaster Independent School District for single member District 4 position, District 5 position, and District 7 position. Board, this is an action item that needs to be done due to time sensitivity to cancel this election. So I'll make the motion on this. I'll make a motion that we cancel the order for cancellation for May 2nd, 2026 Board of Trustees election for the following districts: 4, 5, and 7 position. 4 is Daryl Cluis. 5 is Ty Jones. 7 is LaShonda Reed. And we're doing this today, excuse me. On Thursday, February 26th, the above mentioned candidates were certified as unopposed, and they were hereby elected. A copy of this order will be posted on election day at each polling place that would have been used for the election. Is there a second? Okay, have a motion by myself to cancel the election for districts 4, 5, and 7. A second by Ms. Morris. If you all will please vote from your devices.
Madam President, give me 1 second. I'm having some technical difficulties. Give me 1 moment.
Bless you.
Uh-oh. Give me just 1 second, if you will. Madam President, everyone may vote from their devices at this time.
Thank you.
Trustee Cortez, would you like for us to vote on your behalf? What would you like to do?
Or do you need to do a voice vote?
Yes, ma'am. If you could give me a verbal, and it is a yes.
Thank you, Trustee Cortez. Madam President, on behalf of the Lancaster ISD Board of Trustees, to approve the order of cancellation of May 2nd, 2026 Board of Trustees election for Lancaster ISD 4 single-member District 4 position, District 5 position, District 7 position. Motion carried unanimously.
Okay, thank you so much. And Ms. Allen, do you need this to be read into record?
Yes, please.
Okay. Order of cancellation. The Lancaster Independent School District hereby cancels the School Board of Trustees general election scheduled to be held on May 2nd, 2026 in accordance with Section 2.053A of the Texas Election Code for the following candidates: Daryl Cluis, single-member District 4 position; Ty G. Jones, single-member District 5 position; LaShonda Reed, single-member District 7 position. On Thursday, February 26th, the above-mentioned candidates were certified as unopposed and were hereby elected. A copy of this order will be placed on election day at each polling place that would have been used in this election. Right. Okay, the next item was the discussion and possible board action concerning modifications of article of the board operating procedures concerning superintendent evaluation process. We're going to postpone this to our next regular scheduled board meeting. In your folder, you do have a hard copy of the suggested modifications. If you'll please review it and come back with your edits or comments at the next board meeting, and we'll be able to take action at that time. We now have reminders, TASB Governance Camp, Galveston, Texas, March 4th through the 7th, which is actually today. TCBSBM 2026 Education Summit, April 15th through 18th, 2026. And the tour of the Opportunity Center at Patonia ISD, April 23rd, 2026. We've come to the end of our agenda. All in favor of adjournment? Aye. Okay, the time is 6:28 p.m. We are adjourned. Thank you all. Be safe getting home. What friend was over there playing a thing? Like, come on, we got an hour. We make this.